If you're looking for a build in NBA 2K22, you come to the right place. I call this the build video to end all build videos, because whether you're on current gen or next gen, we have builds for you, and not just one. We have all the good builds in the game. We have 10 total builds, the 10 best builds in NBA 2K22, 5 on current gen, 5 on next gen, breaking down every situation that you could think of. We have the height, we have the weight, we have the wingspan. We explain to you why you upgrade the attributes the way you do. We have badges that will tell you what badge you should run on these type of builds. And then we have builds that are good for different situations, because there's not just one best build. There's a best build for 2s, there's a best build for 3s, there's a best build for Prom or Rec. We have a build for every situation you can think of. And to top it all off, to making the best build video of all time in NBA 2K22, you don't have to go skim and look through the whole 20-minute video just for one build or to see the part you want. We have timestamps for every specific build and part you want in the description if you're looking for anything. So it's easy made to help the viewer find the part they need when they need it in the build they want. So I hope this build video helped you guys make a better build, find a new build, anything you need with this game. Just one thing I would ask for you guys before we get in there, please drop a like on this video. I spent a lot of effort looking up these builds, making sure everything was right, trying to get the best quality builds for you guys. So if you could just drop a like, that would mean so much to me. But without further ado, let's get into the builds, guys. Alright guys, this first build is one of the most basic builds you can make, but also one of the most important ones on current gen. It's good for 2s, it's good for 3s. You can use this in Pro-Am or Rec if you want to. It's really just good anywhere. It's like the basic meta guard build that you're gonna see everywhere. So for position, what you wanna do is point guard. Left-handed is what I prefer, but you can choose whatever hand you want. It really doesn't affect or matter that much. Jersey number, just your choice. I always like number 7 just because that's my favorite number. For the skill breakdown in the pie chart, it's the play shot build. You really just want to do green, yellow, half right here. Gonna allow you a really good ability to play make, gonna be super fast, but also gonna be able to shoot at a very high level and just make anything. So physical profile, top one right here, you want to have the high speed. This is gonna make you really quick, like 99 speed, and that's really important on a guard. So first thing you want to do here is you want to take this drive and dunk and max it out as much as you can. And what this is going to allow you to do is, though, even though you're just a shooter, you're going to be able to at least take those wide open dunks, because if you have no drive and dunk, you're not even going to be able to dunk the ball. So this build is going to be able to make a wide open dunk and dunk the ball. Now you want to go ahead and you want to max out the mid-range shot. You want to max out your 3-point shot. You want to max out your free throw, and then you want to take your post fade and you want to put it up here to 78. And the reason for that is that's going to give you a 25 shooting, but you don't have to use up all the extra attributes that you wouldn't need. Now pass accuracy, you're going to go ahead and you're going to take this and you're going to match that out. The ball handling, take it, match it out, give you 21 playmaking, and then the post control, you want to take it and you want to put it all the way at 62, just enough to get the max playmaking but not use extra attributes, which is you're going to see a lot in making these builds. So 125 24. And then for defense, what you're going to do is you're going to max out your perimeter defense. That's obviously important. You're going to max out your lateral quickness. That's going to be really important for playing defense. You're going to max out your steal. So all the kind of key guard defensive things. Go ahead and max out the block. Then this is where it gets a little tricky. You just put defensive rebound and mats, and then you want to put the rest, because this is going to allow you to actually get some defensive boards. You have to switch and you won't be completely useless on the defensive boards. And interior defense, just put that the rest there for 38. So 125 24 8, but it's really key because you're able to dunk with this build. You're able to play decent defense with the 8, and you have a lot of shooting and a lot of playmaking to move very fast around the court. So body shape, a lot of times for a guard like this, I'll go like compact. Height is kind of, this is where it gets kind of tricky. So if you're gonna play strictly 2s, you can go 6'3", 6'4". I think the thing for 3s, 6 feet is the best. If you want to go play 3s, you want to be able to play 2s too and just be completely versatile and fast everywhere. 6 feet's gonna be there. But if you're just only playing 2s, you're not worried about 3s, you can go taller if you want it more comfortable. But the default height I would go with is, I think 6 feet is going to be very good, and it's going to give you that max speed and give you really high acceleration, and it's really going to make you fast and speedier than the other guards out there. So for weight, you want to go ahead and you want to really just put that all the way to the bottom, and then you put it up until you lose the attribute. So right here, 162 is really good. Some people don't care about acceleration and they go a little bit higher, but I think 162 is the best height. I mean, best weight. Excuse me. Wingspan, just go ahead and put that all the way down to minimum. Every time you put your wingspan down, it's gonna increase your 3-point shot, your mid-range shot, your ball handling, make you really, really fast. Put down your defense a little bit, but you're already tiny. If maybe if you're playing only 2s, like I said, some of this you can change around. So if you're playing only 2s, or maybe you're just comfortable with your 3-pointer, you could put this a little bit higher. So that's kind of like up to your discretion, but I recommend putting it all the way down for a play shot like this. And it's gonna leave you with 3 takeovers. Playmaking, in my opinion, not that good. If you just want to play around and I guess you like breaking ankles, you can go do that. Shot creating, step backs, but you can do step backs with sharp. So sharp is generally the best takeover for this type of build. So this is going to create the playmaking shot creator that you see a lot. It's going to be great, well-rounded. Can you basically the default guard builds, never going to do you wrong, but maybe it's not as creative. And if you want to be different, maybe don't go with this build. But it is very, very good, especially for 3s. This is the build you're going to see every single time. This Nets build, guys, is like one of the most dominant guard builds on Nets Gen. If you're playing Nets Gen, it's going to be really, really good for 3s, Pro-Am, Rec. Not so much for 2s. You could try to use it for 2s, but you're going to get exploited by a lot of bigger players. So mainly for 3s and Rec and Pro-Am, running the 1 on anything, this is going to be really good. So position point guard, handiness and jersey number, that's kind of your choice. So kind of like preference right there. Height, literally you want to go 5'8". This is gonna give you a lot of speed, give you almost a mad speed, and it's gonna give you the ability to get Hall of Fame unpluggable. You're really not gonna get ripped at all. Weight, you want to take this down, you want to put the 150. Your wingspan, you want to take this down to 5'11". That's gonna give you the perimeter defense you need. It's not gonna take it too low. Body shape, I think usually like slight or compact works well. But I'm just going to put slight for the case of this, usually for a small guard like this. And what you're going to want to do is you want to take your mid-range shot, put it up here to 89. Then you take your 3-point shot, max it out. Your free throw, put up a 91. You want to be able, especially if you're playing Pro or Rec, you want to have a good free throw. A lot of people take free throw for granted. It's such a cheap attribute. You might as well have that free throw so you have the ability to go to Pro or Rec and you're not forced to just play par, because you're not going to be able to compete at a high level without free throw. And that's a mistake a lot of my friends made. They made good builds, but they don't have free throw in their builds. So pass accuracy, go up here to a 97. Your ball handling, go ahead and put this to a 99. Speed with ball, go ahead and put this to a 98. You pretty much get almost every playmaking badge except Hall of Fame floor general, Hall of Fame diamond. But with how this game is shooting, you don't really need Hall of Fame diamond or Hall of Fame floor general, to be honest with you. Now, perimeter defense, put that to 87. That's going to give you everything you need on defensive badges. Still, you go ahead and put this at 97. Block, offensive rebound, defensive rebound, you can leave empty. Your speed, you want to go ahead and put this 97. This is going to be important. Acceleration, 97. Strength, leave that even. Stamina, go ahead and max that out. And what that's going to leave you is 1 finishing, 37 shooting, 38 playmaking, 24 defense. You get Hall of Fame interceptor. You're going to get gold clamps, which is really, really good. You're going to get a ton of pretty much every playmaking badge in the game, pretty much every shooting badge in the game. And you're going to be really, really fast. And this is the build that just, it's hard. It's really hard to guard for anybody because that speed is unmatchable by almost any build in the game. So if you want to play the 1 Pro-Am 3s, this is definitely the build to go to. Now for a takeover, I kind of recommend just Limitless and maybe double Limitless or Limitless and spot up. But Mamba mentality exists in this game, so you can change it at any kind of point you want. So I wouldn't stress too much about this. Just choose what you want to try and what you're comfortable with. You can always go back and change it later. So I say don't stress too much about that. But let's say my player build complete. Let's see what it comes out to. Playmaking shot creator. So this is like, if you play current gen a lot, this is like the playmaking shot creator of Nets Gen. Really fast, elite, good guard build. So, gotta love it. Alright guys, this Nets build is one of the most all-around builds in the game. It's dominant on 2s. You can use it as 3s. It's kind of like a lock. It's very versatile, so if you like to do everything, you don't really want to be weak in the area, I suggest using this build. Only thing about this build I will let you know, and as we go here, position shooting guard, hand, that's kind of your preference, jersey number also your preference, is this is a build that immediately you might struggle, especially like with shooting. This is like the two-way playmaker build you see a lot. But as time goes on, when you get a 99 overall, once you get your hotspots, once you get your badge, it's going to be doing everything really, really well. So don't get discouraged if you're struggling and you can't do everything at a low overall. This is a build meant for being a very high overall. So pie chart is yellow and red half. I must have passed it right here. But yellow and red. This is also the build my boy Double H uses. Physical profile. What you want to go down here is if you can go for a lot of the other builds, you go speed, acceleration, get the high speed acceleration. But if you see right here with this build, if you go down here, you can get so much more vertical and keep really, really high speed acceleration. So you go speed acceleration, you go vertical right here. Then you go ahead and what you want to do is you want to gonna upgrade your close shot all the way, upgrade your driving layup all the way, upgrade your driving dunk all the way, and then put your standing dunk to 32. Gets you 7 finishing badges right here. Your mid-range shot 74, match out your 3-point, match out your free throw, and stop your post fade right here at 59. And so give you 7 finishing, 10 shooting. That's enough to shoot right there, especially when you're gonna have your 99 overall. Now pass accuracy, you want to take that, match it, ball handling, match it, post control, don't even put that up. So 7 finishing, 10 shooting, 20 playmaking. Then take the defense, match out perimeter defense, really important. Match out lateral, match out steal. Put your block up to 47 and max out your defensive rebound. So it's give you 7, 10, 20, 19, very well rounded. It has badges in every area. Limitless takeoff, you can shoot, especially when you get the 9 overall. Playmaking 20, which is more than enough to do what you need to do, and defensive rebound is still at 19, which is solid. So body shape for this, I kind of like built. Height, you want to go 6'5". Weight, you want to take this all the way down, and then you just want to keep it so you don't lose any acceleration. So 176 is a really good weight for this. Wingspan, go ahead and max out your wingspan, and this is going to give you really good speed, really good acceleration, but also really, really good vertical. So I feel like that's really, really key and really important. So 99 speed, because you're going to get the +4 from Gym Rat and +4 from 99. 99 acceleration, and the vertical is I'm going to be like a 96, which is crazy. So you do that and you're going to get 4 takeovers. Lock, playmaking, slashing, and shot creating. I'm going to break this down. Shot creating is not bad, actually, if you really want to shoot and boost. You don't want to miss shots. Slashing, really good. That's probably the key, best one, because you rim run a lot. You go to the basket, you're going to get takeover really, really quick and be unstoppable. Then people are going to leave you wide open. You can just shoot threes. Lock, if you like playing more as a lockdown type role, you can go lock. Playmaking, I'm not a big fan of playmaking, but if you like passing a lot, or you like showing off and trying to get ankles and drill moves, you can do playmaking. So I'm just going to go slashing for the point of this, but all these takeovers are kind of good with this build, honestly. So what that's going to come out with is the two-way playmaker, one of the best all-around builds in the game. Really good for twos because it's really good at defense, but also unstoppable rim running, taking advantage of that play shot build that we've shown. Also can double as kind of like a lock build on the threes. So really versatile build, but remember, try to get the 99 before you be truly judgmental of the build, because it's not going to be able to shoot at high level before you have your badges, before you have your spots and all that important stuff. Okay, this next build is a very, very good twos guard build. Also would be very, very good at like a lockdown type role at threes or pro-am. Really versatile, good at dunking, able to shoot, able to play make, able to play defense. Can do a lot of things very well. So handiness and jersey number, obviously that's your preference. So height, you want to go 6'6". Your weight, what you want to go down is you want to take this weight and you want to go to 180. And then wingspan, just max it out. You're going to be extremely long to be in those lanes. So body shape is kind of choice. I kind of like built for these type of builds, but you can go whatever you're more comfortable with. I don't think body shape really affects it too much. So go to continue, and what you want to do first thing is mid-range shot. Take this, put it at 84. That's so you just can get key badges right there. 3-point shot, put it to 80. Your pass accuracy, put it to 70. Have that silver bullet passer. Ball handling, mats. Speed with ball, mats. You want to take your interior, you want to take your perimeter defense, first of all, put that to 94. That's going to be key to get you that Hall of Fame clamps. Your steal, you want to put this all the way up to 90. Get really some key badges right here. Get that Hall of Fame interceptor. Your block, max that all out to 80. Hall of Fame pogo, gold, chase down. Get rim protector right here. Then you want to take the speed. Go ahead and match that. Acceleration, match that. Vertical, put this at 85. This is going to be key very later because you want to get that contact dunk. So you also want to take the driving dunk, put that all the way up to 92. Then you want to take your stamina, go ahead and match that. Then you have a few things left. You can kind of put this wherever you want. This is kind of like preference. Some people may say, okay, I just want that extra mid-range, but you don't really need that. Free throw, if you plan on playing Rec or Pro-Am, I say, if you don't plan on playing Rec or Pro-Am, you don't have to do this, but I say you never know what you're going to do. So I go ahead and put this to like 90, just so if you want to play Rec or Pro-Am, this is able to be used in Rec or Pro-Am. Then you have one attribute left. I like to put the rest on either defensive rebounding or interior defense. That's kind of your choice. I like interior defense, so I don't get like bodied when people are trying to go up with me. So this is going to complete the build. It's very, very well-rounded. 17 finishing, 25 shooting, 24 playmaking, 21 defense, Hall of Fame clamps. Gonna get Hall of Fame limitless takeoff. You're gonna get gold hot zone hunter with the shooting enough there, and enough playmaking, quick first step, and everything that you're gonna be able to get open at a very, very high level. So you gotta love the badge count and what the versatility of this type of build right here. And really, really good twos guard build. If you want to ISO up, this is a very good build for that. So primary takeover, I like to always go in next gen, just limitless range, spot up. Like I said, this is my mentality though, so you can change this at any time. So don't stress over this. Just choose whatever you like. And if you want to go back and change it, just unlock my mentality, and you'll have plenty of time in next gen to change your takeover anytime. So it's not a big deal if you make a mistake. So we'll go here, my player build complete. And we have the two-way slashing shot creator build. Really, really good on the wings. I feel like in Pro-Am, really good twos guard build. For threes, you really can't use it unless you're gonna be like a lockdown type thing, but you could use it in that type of scenario. But really versatile build. I love it. And on to the next build, guys. Okay, this next build is like the default popper shooting center build for current gen. If you're looking for a build that can play really good defense, rebound, but can also shoot, because you don't want to be limited to only getting like dunks and rebounds. This is like one of the best outside center builds. So you want to go to power forward, hand and jersey number, or your preference, both. It really doesn't matter. It's not going to really affect anything. What you want to go for the pie chart is this pie chart. I'm a very good fan of this pie chart. It's really good this year. Is you want to go actually more green than red. So I'm gonna show you guys it right here. Where is it? Lost it for a second, but right here, more green than red. Physical profile, you want to go to the speed one. You want to be as fast as possible, be able to play defense on this type of build. So going with the speed pie chart is really, really important. Now for the attributes, this is where you want to go, and you want to take your driving dunk and you want to completely match it. You want to take your standing dunk, put it to 40. This is going to give you the ability to dunk a little bit, so you're not going to be completely useless on this inside, but also have the ability to match out where your true strengths are going to be on this build. So mid-range shot, match it. 3-point shot, match it. Free throw, you want to go ahead and match this. And then you want to take the post fade and you want to put it to a 56 right here. That's going to give you 20 shooting without taking up too much of the extra attributes. Now you want to go to your playmaking and you want to take your pass accuracy, match it completely. You want to take your ball handling and you want to put it up to a 57. And you want to take your post control and you want to completely take this, match it to a 64. So you're going to have 10 playmaking, which is going to be really, really good for this type of build. Give you key attributes like quick first step. The reason we didn't go over here is because you don't really need it. That gives you everything you need to get your 10 playmaking. You can get quick first step, and you can get other key playmaking badges that you want. Bail out, passing out. Those short little badges are going to help you a lot. Now for interior defense, this is where you want to go, and you want to go ahead and match it. Perimeter defense, go ahead and match it. Lateral quickness, go ahead and match it. Your steal, you want to put it up, but you want to stop it at a 62. Your block, you want to go ahead and match it. Your offensive rebounding, match it. Your defensive rebounding, completely match it. And that's going to put you at 120, 10, 23. So 23 defensive badges is a lot. You really don't have to put down steal. You're going to have a lot of playmaking. You're going to be able to shoot really, really good. And guys, you're going to be able to dunk. So I like this really, really well-rounded popper build. That's why a lot of people try to go with this build for the shooting center. Body shape, I prefer build, but what a lot of people like to do is burly for a big center like this because they say it helps set the screen. So we're gonna go burly. Height, you want to go 6'8". Your weight, what you want to do here is, this is where it gets kind of tricky. You want to take it down all the way. Try to increase that speed as much as you can, and then go as much until you lose anything. So what I usually do is 188. So 188 is perfect because you don't lose any speed or acceleration, but you gain extra strength. Your wingspan right here is, you want to max it out. You're going to be able to shoot fine with a 77 3-point shot. It's going to be 81 and 99. And it's going to help you a lot on defense, rebounded. Going to be an elite defender and elite rebounder. So for centers, you usually want to go max wingspan pretty much all the time. You can maybe go in the middle, but do not go anywhere near minimum wingspan if you're going to be a big man or a center or running the two, because you're going to get exploited. So sharp takeover, rebound takeover, rim takeover, all these are decent. Rim is not as good. I feel like the weakest one. If you want to be more of a rebounder, go ahead and go glass clear and take. A lot of times on threes. On twos, a lot of times it's about scoring, so you want to go sharp takeover. For the purposes of this, I'm just going to choose rebound and takeover, but sharp takeover is very nice. Rim, you could even go with. This is kind of like optional with your choice. There's no wrong choice where you're going to be terrible with this. And this comes out as glass cleaner. You see a lot of glass cleaners right there. This is perfected kind of outside center shooting build. Good for twos, good for threes, good for prom and rack. It's really good for any kind of mode you want to do. Pretty much a really, really good popper build. So that's going to conclude that build. This next build is the really good shooting outside center build. Good for twos, good for threes. Can play rec and prime too, but more at the 4. You wouldn't want to run this at the 5 if you're playing a competitive level, because those 7-3, 7-2s will destroy you. But really, really good outside, best outside shooting kind of power forward build right here. So position, what you want to go to is power forward. For handiness, kind of your choice. Jersey number, it can be whatever. There's no wrong or right answer here. Height is where you want to go 6'8". Your weight, what you want to go ahead and do is put this at 251. Your wingspan, go ahead and match this out at 7'6". Body shape, you can kind of do whatever. I kind of prefer built in this situation. So go ahead and do continue right there. Now, what we want to do here for your drive and dunk is you want to put this up at the 85. You want to put your standing dunk at a 80. So 85, 80 right here. Going to give you the ability to do standing dunks inside, but also give you the ability to do drive and dunk. So a lot of versatility, really good finishing the ball. Go ahead, take your mid-range shot and match this out. 3-point shot, you want to match it out. And then free throw, guys. I think if you want to play record prom, upgrade this. So I'm going to put this up right quick to an 85 just for enough so you can play record prom if you want. You know what I mean? I say always put free throw on your player, because if you don't, you may regret it. You may want to be like, oh, I want to play prom, and then you can't. So it doesn't take many attributes. It's not going to take away from your build much, and it's just something that can be helpful in the future. So pass accuracy, you want to put this at 70, give you that silver bullet. Ball handling, you want to put this at 53. Your speed with ball, you want to go ahead and you want to match this out at 68. Now interior defense, match this. Perimeter defense, put this all the way up to 79. That's going to be very key to get you the badges you need right here. So still, go ahead and put that at 82. Block, you want to go ahead and put that at 88. You're getting the key badges you need right here. You're getting that gold rim protector, Hall of Fame pogo right there. And then you want to max out your defensive rebounding. You want to put your speed at 72. You want to put your acceleration matched. You want to put your strength at just 63 right here. That's fine. Vertical at 75. Going to be key for the dunk animations. Stem left, put that at 90. And then you want to come back down and put the rest into offensive rebounding. and then you just have a little bit left over. Might as well just put that in free throw. So what you're gonna get here is you're gonna get 16, 23, 10, and 35. Very, very good badge count. Have the ability to play rec or pro-am. You can shoot. You got gold hot zone hunter. You got silver bullet pass enough to pass. Silver quick first step, take him off the dribble. And you're gonna have gold interceptor. You're gonna have gold brick wall. Hall of Fame chase down. Very, very good, well-rounded build. And you have the ability to dunk, stand and dunk, and drive a dunk at a high level. So that's why that's one of the best popper builds. Here's what you can do. Limitless range and spot up, I always recommend for this. If you like different takeovers, you can always change it. You can start with anything. Mama mentality on next gen allows you the ability to change it anytime. So I wouldn't stress too much about a takeover, but I always think these are the best takeovers for these type of builds. So finish. We're gonna see what the build comes out with. Two-way stretch glass cleaner. That name even just sounds awesome, but it represents what it is. It's a stretch, it's a glass cleaner, but it's also like a two-way. One of the best well-rounded like popper builds in the game. Good for anything. 2s, 3s, pro-am. You can use this build at a high level. This next build is the go-to inside build for centers. If you want a build that can play really, really good defense, not only on centers, but on guards, that can dunk, dominate offensively on the inside, set really, really good screens, this is going to be the build for you. So for position, power forward, centers just tend to get less badges in this game, so there's really no reason to really go for center. Handiness and jersey number, that's all preference, your choice. Not going to affect anything, especially since this build isn't really going to be shooting like that. For skill breakdown, you want the mostly red pie chart right here. You want this speed, physical profile, want to be as fast as possible so you can keep up with those super, super fast guards that you're going to have to compete with. And here's you go with the attributes. So what you want to do here is your close shot. You want to take this, you want to max it out. Your drive and layup, you want to put it to a 62. Drive and dunk mats, stand and dunk mats. Don't even upgrade shooting. Playmaking, mats out pass accuracy, mats out post control, and then the ball handling is just enough to get the badges you need. So sits, 51 ball handling. And then you just mats out completely the defense. Go through that really, really fast. And what you're going to get here is 30 defense. So 16 finishing, 1 shooting, 6 playmaking, 30 defense. You're going to see the defensive rebound, offensive rebounding, body shape. People like to go burly for this type of build. Height, 6'8", give you a little bit extra speed. Get close to 90 speed. And that's going to let you to, keep up with people playing defense. Your weight. The ideal weight, you go all the way down and then you go up until you don't lose the attribute. So 190. Wingspan, you want to completely match that 90 wingspan. Want to be as long as possible. And what you're going to see here is your defensive rebounding is super high. Your offensive rebounding is super high. You have good steal, good block. You're really good perimeter defense, but also interior defense, and your dunking is super high, so you're going to be able to contact dunk and dunk on people. So very superior inside build. This is going to be good for things like 2s. It's going to be good for 3s. It's going to be good for rack or prime. It's really a good all-around, but good for everything. You just make sure you're playing with somebody or a guard that can shoot really effectively. Now, both of these takeovers are good. I just recommend rebounding. I think it's like almost superior in every sense. It helps you with defense, but also getting rebounds is so clutch. It's like when you have the rebound and takeover on, you really get like literally every single rebound. So it's going to come out as glass cleaning finisher. One of the best inside builds. Went over really, really fast. So if you want a consistent inside build, you like playing more inside, dominating, this will be the build for you. Also can catch lobs too if you're trying to do some rep farming. Alright guys, this next build is the perfect inside build, especially for prom and rack if you want to play the center position and be kind of like a true inside big man. I'm not going to say you can't use this for 2s or 3s, but you might be in a disadvantage because you're going to be slower compared to the other bigs. So I wouldn't kind of recommend this for parkers and much. You could try it, but mainly for pro and rack if you're going to be playing the 5s a lot, this type of build is going to be really, really good. So for position, what you want to go ahead and do center. Handiness and jersey number really doesn't matter, so I'll just choose whatever. Height, what you want to go is 7'2". What you want to do for weight is you want to go ahead and you want to put this down to 239, and wingspan you want to go ahead 7'11" wingspan. Now that is scary, guys. That is really scary. So built is kind of what I recommend for this too. But think about that, a 7'11" wingspan. They're like, does anybody, like, that's crazy, guys. So what you want to do here for the mid-range shot, max it out. 3-point shot, go ahead and max it out to 75. Give you kind of all the key badges you need. Free throw, go ahead and put this up to an 83. That's going to give you enough to make free throws in clutch situations in the rec and prime, which you always need. Close shot, you can put this up to an 87. Drive and layup, put this up to a 45. Drive and dunk, go ahead and put this all the way up to a 65. Your standing dunk, which is going to be very key for a type of big man like this dominating, 90. And put the post control at 65, can do a little post moves down there. So what you want to do for pass accuracy, it's very important that you upgrade your pass accuracy 85, have that gold bullet passer, so your passing not super slow. A lot of people, the centers, they sleep on pass accuracy, but without bullet passer, it's going to put you at a huge disadvantage. So you want to make sure that pass accuracy goes up. Now we're interior defense, go ahead and put this at 95. Nobody is dunking on you. Perimeter defense, match it out as much as you can. Still, go ahead and match it out as much as you can. Block, go ahead and put that as a 97. Offensive rebound, put that at 85. And then defensive rebounding, you want to match out 99. Speed, you see the high speed can go at 62, but you have to deal with it. Match out acceleration, match out strength, match out vertical, and then put the stamina as high as you can. So this build is literally going to be a tank, but it can also shoot a little bit, so they can't leave you wide open from the perimeter. It is an inside build, that's how I say it, but I like it because it's a tall build that dominates inside, but also they can't leave you wide open from the mid-range and perimeter, and they just gonna sit in the paint on you. You can make shots. So really good record prime build right there. 21 finishing, 21 shooting, 15 playmaking, 35 amazing defense right there. Now for primary and secondary takeover, you're not gonna get the sharp takeover, so you might want to go with some I think rim takeovers like paint intimidation, stuck blocks, and that's going to play very strong around the rim. Nobody's going to be dunking on you. So finish, we'll see what this build comes out to. Two-way facilitator, that's kind of misleading too, but you can still shoot and do a lot of things like a little catfish build, huge 7'2" build, 7'11" wingspan. So if you're looking for a really tall kind of true center position build, this is like you see Joel Embiid type of build, this is the build to kind of go with. Okay, last but not least, guys, is this build, which is kind of like a guard lockdown kind of hybrid. It's really good at shooting. I think this is a really good twos build. You can use it on threes. It's kind of like a lockdown, or even in prom and rack. Would be very good for prom or rack on current gen. But it's really an elite twos build because it's kind of a mixture of the playmaking shot creator, which can shoot really effectively, and a two-way playmaker, which can play really, really good defense, but it has a lower shooting. So for position, you want to go point guard, handiness, and jersey number as always. That's kind of your choice. The pie chart for this is actually going to be like the green, red, half split pie chart. That's probably the best one for this. So right here. Physical profile speed, you want the fastest speed possible for this type of build. And this is where you're gonna see what we go and where we upgrade. And this is a really good all-around build too, in my opinion. So drive and layup, 62. Drive and dunk, you want to go and maxed out. You're gonna be able to dunk still, wide open dunk effectively. Not a lot of finishing badges, but you will be able to dunk the ball. You want to max out the mid-range shot, max out the 3-point shot, max out the free throw, and then you want to take your post fade to just enough for the badges, so put that at 76. Your playmaking is you want to max that out, max out pass accuracy, max out ball handling, max out defense, max out post control, and that's going to be 13 playmaking. So playmaking completely maxed out. In the defense, perimeter defense, you want to max. Lateral quickness, you want to max. Your steal, you want to max. Your block, you want to take this all the way up to 48, and then you match your defensive rebound so you can get boards. So 120, 13, 20, really, really good there. Kind of badge breakdown. Body shape, I kind of prefer build for this type of build. Height, you want to go 6'4". Give you enough so you still have like the ball handling at 76 plus 4. That's going to give you an 80, and that's enough to get those key pro dribble moves and everything. So you're gonna be able to play make really good. You can handle the ball with this. You can play really good defense, elite perimeter lateral defense, still in the ball, and you can also shoot and create. So it's well-rounded, but the three-pointer is an 83-pointer, and that's where you're not gonna like kind of miss. So height 6'4", weight, you want to take this down to the minimum and then put it up until you lose the attribute. So you want to put it right here at 181 would be good. Actually, you want to keep the 89, so excuse me, you want to do 178 right here. Now you can, some people don't care about acceleration, so they'll do it into the speed, so you can go to 181, but 178 is probably a little bit better, so you can keep your speed and keep your acceleration. So 178 weight. Wingspan, what you want to do here is 82.3, because if you go any higher, 83.2, because if you go any higher, you want to stop where you lose your ball handling, because you want to be able to still get the 80 ball handling. So you stop it at 83.2 right here for your wingspan. Then you look at the defense on this build. It's 94 still. There's gonna be 98 still. That's something special. You're gonna be able to shoot with an 82 3-pointer. That's still consistent. So this is a really, really good, well-rounded build. These takeovers, I want to go playmaking and shot creating. I would either go lockdown if you have a more defensive focus, sharp if you have a more offensive focus. But you can kind of do anything you want, play around with this. But I'm gonna go sharp because that's a takeover I kind of would choose. I recommend for this build. So coming out with sharp takeover, you get two-way pass first point, and that's gonna conclude the current gen builds. But this is a really good elite build if you're looking for something different, but also something elite and gonna be effective and kind of mature. You don't see this build all the time, but it is a really, really good build. Where a lot of the other builds we show were really meta, everybody uses them. So different, gonna conclude the current gen builds. Alright guys, for our final next gen build, we gotta show the lock some love. This build is good for 2s, 3s, pro-am or rec. It's gonna go well in any kind of mode because you always really need a lock. Position, you want to go point guard, handedness, and jersey number really doesn't matter. That's your preference. Height, you want to go 6'5". Weight, you want to take this down to 181. Your wingspan, max it out at 72. Body shape, I prefer kind of built for these, but it's kind of like your preference. And then what you want to do here is your close shot, take this to a 37. Your driving layup, take this to a 55. Your driving dunk, take this to a 75. So you are going to be able to dunk like wide open. Be careful that driving layup doesn't go up. Mid-range shot, you want to take this to a 67. Your three-point shot, you want to take this all the way up, max at 82. Free throw 71. So this is going to be enough for you to make shots in reckless and pro-am. If they foul you, they got to respect it. Pass accuracy, put it to that 85, enough to get gold bullet passer. Ball handling 80, you can do a little ball handling yourself, and they're gonna have to respect it. Speed with ball 80. Interior defense, leave that off. Perimeter defense 98. Still, you want to put this on 98. Your block, you're gonna take this up to 65, and you're getting really key attributes everywhere here. And this still is so important, having that high still rating and ripping it from people. And you're getting like Hall of Fame clamps right here. You're getting a Hall of Fame interceptor. So that's gonna be very key. Offensive rebounding, you want to take this up and you want to put this at a 69. Defensive rebounding, take this to a 84. You're going to get chased down right here. You're going to get intimidated. You're going to get rim protector. Your speed, you want to max it out to a 91. Your acceleration, 88. Strength, leave that empty. Vertical, take this down to a 55. And stamina, go ahead and max that out to a 84. So 7 finishing, 19 shooting, 25 playmaking, 30 defense, 90 still, 90 perimeter defense. You're big, you're long, you can still block people from behind. You're gonna be able to shoot really well. You can even dribble the ball a little bit. Playmaking is really good for 2s if you want to use this type of build on 2s. Really good for pro-am. Keep it really good for 3s. So this is kind of like an all-around build. If you want to use it for lock, you can even do some ball handling with it if you're using it for the 2v2. So very, very good right here. What you want to do is you want to do double or extreme clamps if you're using it for a lock. You can use the shooting. You can play around with it. Like I said, it doesn't really matter because mama mentality, you can chase at any time. But look at this. Extreme clamps, double it up. And we're going to see what the build name is. Two-way pass first point. You've seen that build on current gen when I did it on current gen. Very nice build. That's going to conclude the next gen builds and all the builds strictly for this video. I hope I taught you guys something. You guys learned something from this video, but I also want to go ahead and I'm going to break down the badges that you guys should be using. for the, these type of builds. So yes, of course. Okay, quickly, I'm on the guard test builder. Just one of the builds I went on current gen because it's easy to upgrade everything on Hall of Fame or gold on these type of builders. But the builds are the badges are the same on current gen on that gen. But I just want to break you down like what badges you should upgrade. Now, for guards, the key things you want is limitless takeoff is probably the best in the game. If you have a lot of extra finishing badges, I would try to go to posterizer nets and then slittery finisher. Those are the key 3 ones. And then usually you're not gonna have much left after that, but fearless finisher, slittery, posterizer, limitless takeoff, best finishing badges pretty much for guards or pretty much for anybody. After that, it's kind of like preference or anything specific that you want. But limitless takeoff, posterizer, then fearless finisher, and slittery is what you should be looking for finishing badges. Limitless takeoff is the #1 badge because that badge is so OP. Now to go to nets for shooting. So what you want to look for shooting is, if you're a guard, blinders, you want as high as you can. That's very key. Stop and pop as high as you can. Sniper as high as you can. You want a hot zone hunter obviously as high as you can. Hot zone hunter, sniper are must-haves. Blinders and stop and pops are after that. I don't think green machine is that important, but if you want to do that on bronze or silver, you can. So those are all the key badges. After that, Lucky 7's an underrated badge, especially for like 2s or the 1s core. Deadeye is really good here. Chef, a lot of people want to use too if you shoot, especially like really deep. But sniper, stop and pop, hot zone hunter, blinders, key badges to look for any kind of like guard. Now, if you're more of a spot up, like if you're playing like lock or something, maybe you can put a catch and shoot or corner specialist. Now for playmaking, just to go through the badges right quick. Bell out, must have at least on bronze, so you don't throw it out of bounds. Glue hands is actually helpful on bronze or silver if you can. Dynamo and floor general, if you have extra badges, go for that, but not immediately. Bullet passer, you want silver or gold. Hyperdrive, you're gonna want to put this up as you can. Hyperdrive and quick chain, if you're running the 1 or the guard, you want that all the way. Quick first step, maxed out. And then it's like unpluckable, you want to want that maxed because you're gonna be if you're running the ball a lot. And stop and go, I've heard that's pretty good, so you might want to try stop and go or floor general dimer. The key badges to have is quick first step, quick chain, hyperdrive. Even though quick chain I've heard is not as good after the left right pass, but you can still use it. But bullet passer, bell out, quick chain, quick first step, hyperdrive, and unblockable. So if you do that, you should be good, and it shouldn't be any too big problems. Now for defense, if you're running a guard on defense, #1 badge you need is clamps. Chase down, you're gonna have. Interceptor, you're gonna want to have. Pick dodger if you're going to live screens. And those are really the key. And Intimidator are really good because they made it affect jump shots too now. So chase down, clamps, interceptor, intimidator, pick dodger to give you guys an idea of what to look for guards and kind of badges. Menace is actually really good too, but a lot of times you don't have the badges for that. I like menace. Rebound chaser, you know what I mean? For a guard, you don't really need to worry about that, honestly. And ankle braces, that's not really useful. So that's going to conclude the guard badges. We're going to go to big man badges right quick and give you guys a quick breakdown and conclude the video. Okay, very quickly, I'm on the center test builder just to show you guys the center badges right here. This works for current gen nets and they have the same badges. I just went on current gen guys because it's easy to put up and down, but these badges are going to help you with anything. So key badges you want, if you can, limitless takeoff, posterizer, very key. Fearless finisher, really good. Slittery. Mouse in the house for centers, really underrated. If you're one of those 7'2" or really tall centers, use mouse in the house. It's gonna really allow you to make pretty much every shot like over somebody. It's a boost every time you're taller than somebody. Rise up, really underrated. I think that's even better than put bad boss. So rise up is a really good badge if that's what you're looking for. So limitless takeoff, posterizer, slittery, rise up, mouse in the house, and fearless finisher is what you should be looking for finishing badges. Now for shooting badges, now if you're outside center, this is mostly if you're inside, you don't really worry about these because you're not gonna have any shooting badges. But catch and shoot, very key for kind of any kind of center. Limitless spot up, really good. Hot zone hunter and snipers, of course, must have maxed out. So it's really sniper, hot zone hunter, limitless spot up, and catch and shoot. Blinders is a good helper, but as long as you have these 4, you should be good. You can do green machine, but it's just so easy to green this game. I'm not really a fan of like you needing it. Lucky 7, if you have enough for that, Lucky 7 on bronze or silver can be very helpful. But just remember, catch and shoot, hot zone hunter, limitless spot up, and sniper. For playmaking, key things if you're like a center or a big man, you want your quick first step max. Break starter if you're playing like rec or pro-am is good. Bail out on bronze is like a must-have, and then unpluckable so you don't get ripped. That's really all you need, except okay, bullet passer too. Obviously, you gotta go silver and gold. But quick first step, bullet passer, and bail out are the main keys, and then break starter, unpluckable if you can. I would run unpluckable at least on bronze or silver though, so it doesn't get too bad out there. Defense. So what you're gonna need is rebound chaser, obviously matched on whatever you can. Bots, I can run on bronze or silver. If you have a lot of defensive badges, maybe run a little bit higher. Brick wall as high as you can. Then chase down is really important. Rim protectors are must have. Matched. Chase down, you want at least bronze, silver as higher if you have time for that. Intimidator matched. Menace is decent if you want to put it there, but interceptor, you want that matched. Clamps on bronze or silver can be helpful to a center when you have to switch on guards. And then it's kind of like maybe try a pogo stick on bronze, or a hustler. A lot of people like for like lockdowns or anything like that. If you're a lockdown type build, you're definitely going to want like an interceptor too. So, or if you're more defensive type build. But that's going to conclude kind of like my badge recommendations for big men, guys. If you guys have any other questions in the comment section, or you feel like I didn't cover anything, feel free to leave it. I'll do my best to reply to everybody. And if you guys have anything I missed out on, and you want to give a tip to somebody, feel free to leave in the comment section. We can all help each other because we're a community. So I hope you guys remember to like the video, subscribe if you guys are new, and without further ado, I am Mo, man.
It's funny how now she be calling me back. She see that I got it, I'm stuck in the trap. 40 autos, and we put it right back. 40 autos, and he left in the back. I can't be trusting cause people just act. I get the money, I run it right back. The plug on my phone.